Hello and welcome. Today we delve into the fascinating world of goal setting. It's a topic often broached yet seldom explored in depth. But why do we set goals? What's so special about them? Well, goals are the compass that guide our actions. They are the milestones that mark our journey, both personal and professional. They give us a sense of direction, a purpose to our endeavors. And in the process, they become the bridge between our desires and their realization. But setting goals isn't just about getting what we want. It's about growth, progress, and self-improvement. It's about pushing our boundaries, stepping out of our comfort zones, and exploring new horizons. It's about becoming better versions of ourselves. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to demystify the concept of goal setting, delve into its benefits, and explore some effective strategies for success. We'll look at different types of goals, how to manage conflicting goals, and the importance of setting achievable deadlines. We'll also discuss some practical strategies for tracking progress and adjusting goals based on changing circumstances. Whether you're a seasoned goal setter or a newbie on this path, this guide is going to be a valuable resource. It's going to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to set meaningful, achievable goals, and more importantly, it's going to inspire you to take action. But before we dive in, let's clarify one thing. This isn't about setting lofty, unattainable goals. It's about setting goals that are challenging yet achievable. Goals that stretch us but don't break us. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about reaching the target, it's about enjoying the journey. So buckle up as we embark on this journey to mastering goal setting. It's going to be an enlightening, empowering, and yes, a little challenging ride. But as we'll discover, the reward is well worth the effort. First off, what exactly are goals and how do they differ from mere aspirations? Let's define goals. Goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound targets we set for ourselves. They serve as a roadmap to success, providing clear steps and a definitive end point. Aspirations, on the other hand, are more like dreams or desires. They are broad, long-term visions of what we hope to achieve or become. While aspirations can inspire us and give us a sense of direction, they often lack the specificity and timeline that make goals so effective. When we set goals, we're not just daydreaming about the future, we're creating a concrete plan to make our dreams a reality. And there's a certain power in that. A power that can transform our lives in remarkable ways. One of the key benefits of goal setting is the motivation it provides. When we have a clear goal in mind, we have a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to push through challenges and keep moving forward. Goals give us a sense of purpose and drive. They fuel our ambition and feed our passion. But the benefits of goal setting don't stop at motivation. Goals also help us focus. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what we truly want. But when we set goals, we have a clear target to aim for. We know exactly what we're working towards, and that can help us stay focused and disciplined, even when the going gets tough. And let's not forget about the personal satisfaction that comes from setting and achieving goals. There's nothing quite like the feeling of accomplishment that comes from reaching a goal you've set for yourself. It's a tangible reminder of your capabilities, a testament to your hard work and determination. And each goal you achieve builds confidence and self-esteem, creating a positive cycle of achievement and growth. Now let's talk about goal clarity. It's not enough to simply set goals. Those goals must be clear and well-defined. Vague or ambiguous goals can lead to confusion, lack of direction, and ultimately failure. But when goals are clear, they're easier to pursue. They provide a clear path forward, leaving no room for misinterpretation or uncertainty. So, how do we ensure our goals are clear? First, they should be specific. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, say, I want to lose 10 pounds by the end of the year. Second, they should be measurable. You should be able to track your progress and know when you've reached your goal. Third, they should be achievable. It's good to push yourself, but setting unrealistic goals can lead to frustration and disappointment. Fourth, they should be relevant. Your goals should align with your values and long-term aspirations. And finally, they should be time-bound. Setting a deadline creates a sense of urgency, which can motivate you to take action. Clearly, setting goals is a powerful tool for achieving success. By defining what we want to achieve, focusing our efforts, and providing a source of motivation and satisfaction, goal setting can transform our lives. So, set your goals, make them clear, and watch as the power of goal setting propels you towards success. Goals come in various shapes and sizes, each with its unique benefits. From the immediate to the distant, the personal to the professional, our goals act as guiding lights, leading us towards growth and fulfillment. To begin, let's consider short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals are those we aim to achieve within a relatively brief period, say a few days to a few months. These goals are often stepping stones towards our larger objectives. They are easily manageable, providing immediate gratification and fueling our motivation. For instance, if your long-term aim is to run a marathon, a good short-term goal could be to run for 20 minutes every day. On the other hand, long-term goals are the big picture aims we strive for over an extended period, typically a year or more. These are the dreams that drive our daily actions, the grand ambitions that motivate us to push beyond our comfort zones. For example, becoming a published author or achieving a significant career promotion. Next, let's delve into personal and professional goals. Personal goals revolve around our private lives and could include improving health, learning new skills, or nurturing relationships. These goals contribute to our personal happiness and well-being, helping us to lead more enriched and balanced lives. Professional goals, meanwhile, are career-oriented objectives that support our professional growth and success. They might involve landing a dream job, earning a promotion, or expanding a business. Achieving these goals not only boosts our professional standing, but also often enhances our personal satisfaction and self-esteem. However, it's crucial to maintain a healthy balance between personal and professional goals. Prioritizing one over the other can lead to burnout or a feeling of unfulfillment. Remember, success is holistic and encompasses all areas of our lives. Lastly, let's touch on the SMART criteria for effective goal setting. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific goals are well-defined and clear. Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," you might say, "I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months." This specificity makes your goal more tangible and easier to pursue. Measurable goals allow you to track your progress. You'll know when you've achieved your goal because it's quantifiable. For instance, "I want to read more" could become, "I want to read 2 books a month." Achievable goals are realistic and within your capabilities. It's great to aim high, but setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and demotivation. Relevant goals align with your broader life objectives. They make sense in the context of your other goals and values, ensuring that you're moving in a direction that's meaningful to you. And finally, time-bound goals have a deadline. This creates a sense of urgency that can spur you into action. "I want to learn Spanish" might become, "I want to learn conversational Spanish by the end of the year." In summary, goals can be short-term or long-term, personal or professional, but the most effective ones are SMART. They guide our actions, shape our journeys, and empower us to transform our dreams into reality. Remember, every goal is unique and deserves a tailored approach. At times, our goals might seem to be at odds with each other. How do we handle these conflicts? This question takes us to the crux of our discussion in this segment: managing conflicting goals. Consider this common scenario. You've got a personal goal to improve your health, which involves regular workouts and a balanced diet. At the same time, you've got a professional goal to excel at your job, which often requires long hours and high-stress situations. These two goals seem to be at loggerheads, don't they? That's a classic example of conflicting goals. So how do we untangle this knot? The first step is to identify these conflicts. It's essential to be honest with ourselves and recognize when our goals are in conflict. It's not always as clear-cut as the example we just discussed. Sometimes the conflict might be subtle, like pursuing a passion project that takes time away from family or friends. Once we identify these conflicts, we can then work on strategies to manage them. One such strategy is prioritization. It's about deciding which goal is more important at a given point in time. This doesn't mean abandoning one goal for another. Instead, it's about balancing your focus and energy. You might decide that your health needs immediate attention, so you prioritize workouts and healthy eating. Once you've established a routine, you can then shift your focus back to your career goals. Another strategy is to find a middle ground. Can you adjust your goals so they align better? For instance, could you find ways to incorporate physical activity into your workday, like taking walking meetings or using a standing desk? Or could you find a job that better aligns with your personal values and lifestyle? Now let's talk about time management. Effective time management is crucial in handling conflicting goals. The key here is to be realistic about your time constraints and to be mindful of how you spend your time. Using tools like calendars, reminders, or project management apps can help you stay on track. It's also important to schedule time for relaxation and self-care. Remember, it's not about cramming as much as possible into your day. It's about making the most of your time and energy. You might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. And yes, managing conflicting goals can be challenging. But remember, it's also an opportunity to grow, to learn more about ourselves, and to become more resilient and adaptable. In conclusion, conflicting goals are a part of life. But with the right strategies, identifying conflicts, prioritizing goals, and effective time management, we can navigate these conflicts successfully. It's about finding balance and harmony in our pursuits. And when we do that, we're not just achieving our goals, we're also cultivating a fulfilling and meaningful life. With effective management, even conflicting goals can coexist. So don't shy away from setting ambitious goals. Embrace the challenges, and you'll find yourself growing and thriving in ways you never imagined. Deadlines can be daunting, but they are crucial in goal setting. Let's dive into why this is the case. The first thing to understand is that deadlines are not just arbitrary dates on a calendar. They are a form of commitment, a promise you make to yourself to achieve a certain goal within a certain time frame. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, a kind of productive pressure, if you will, that can spur us into taking action. Imagine running a race without a finish line. Sounds absurd, right? That's what pursuing a goal without a deadline is like. It's like running aimlessly without knowing when or where to stop. Deadlines serve as that finish line, giving you a clear endpoint to strive towards. They help you maintain focus and keep your momentum going. Now, as important as deadlines are, it's equally vital to strike a balance between them and flexibility. Deadlines should be firm, but not rigid. Life, as we all know, is unpredictable. Unforeseen circumstances can crop up, throwing your best-laid plans into disarray. It's crucial, therefore, to build some flexibility into your deadlines. For instance, if you're aiming to finish a project in 2 weeks, you might want to give yourself an extra few days as a buffer. This way, if something unexpected happens, you have some leeway to adjust and adapt without feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Speaking of stress, let's address the elephant in the room. Deadlines can indeed induce anxiety and stress, especially when they seem unattainable. To avoid this, it's important to set realistic deadlines. When setting a deadline, ask yourself, is this time frame achievable given my current resources and commitments? If the answer is no, it's a clear sign that you need to adjust your deadline. Let's say you're aiming to lose 20 pounds. Setting a deadline to achieve this in a month would not only be unrealistic, but also potentially harmful to your health. A more reasonable deadline might be 4 to 6 months. Remember, the aim is not to rush, but to achieve your goal in a healthy and sustainable manner. Another useful strategy to avoid deadline-related stress is to break down your goal into smaller, more manageable parts, each with its own mini-deadline. This makes the overall goal seem less daunting and more achievable. Plus, each mini-deadline you meet gives you a sense of accomplishment that fuels your motivation to keep going. In essence, deadlines are not just about ticking off tasks on a to-do list. They're about creating a roadmap for your goal, a step-by-step guide that leads you from where you are now to where you want to be. To sum it up, deadlines are a powerful tool in goal setting. They create a sense of urgency, provide a clear endpoint, and keep you focused and motivated. But remember to balance firmness with flexibility and to set realistic deadlines to avoid unnecessary stress. And if you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed by a looming deadline, take a step back, breathe, and remind yourself that it's okay to adjust and adapt. After all, the journey towards achieving a goal is not a straight, smooth road. It's a winding path filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, and that's okay. That's what makes the journey worthwhile. Remember, deadlines are not your enemy, but a compass guiding your journey. Now that we've set our goals and deadlines, how do we ensure achievement? This is an essential question, and the answer lies in our strategies for goal achievement. The process starts with breaking down goals. Imagine your goal as a towering mountain. You wouldn't climb it in one giant leap, would you? Of course not. You'd break down the journey into smaller, manageable steps. Similarly, breaking down larger goals into smaller tasks makes them less daunting and more achievable. Instead of focusing on the huge task at hand, you concentrate on the immediate step, ticking it off before moving on to the next. This strategy not only makes the goal feel more achievable, but also provides a clear roadmap for your journey towards the goal. Now, as we embark on this journey, it's crucial to keep tabs on our progress. Tracking progress is like having signposts along your mountain trek. They tell you how far you've come and how far you still need to go. There are several methods to track progress. You could journal your journey, noting down achievements, challenges, and lessons. Alternatively, you could use digital tools like goal tracking apps that provide visual progress bars, reminders, and motivational prompts. What's important is to find a method that works for you and stick to it. But what if you encounter a hurdle? What if you realize that the path you've chosen isn't the right one? That brings us to the next strategy, the flexibility to adjust goals. Goals, like life, aren't always set in stone. As we evolve, so do our aspirations and circumstances. It's perfectly okay to adjust your goals to reflect these changes. If a particular strategy isn't working, change it. If a goal no longer aligns with your aspirations, revise it. Flexibility is not a sign of weakness or indecisiveness. On the contrary, it's a sign of strength, adaptability, and resilience. Remember, the journey towards achieving a goal is not always a straight path. There will be twists and turns, ups and downs. You might even need to take a few steps back at times. But don't let that discourage you. Each step, whether forward or backward, is a part of the journey. Each step is a chance to learn, grow, and become better. Moreover, don't forget to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every task completed, every milestone reached is a victory. Celebrating these victories, big or small, boosts your motivation and builds momentum. It's a reminder that you're capable of achieving what you set out to do. In conclusion, achieving goals isn't just about setting them and waiting for the magic to happen. It's about breaking down the goals, tracking your progress, adjusting the goals when necessary, and celebrating every victory along the way. It's about embracing the journey with all its challenges and triumphs. With the right strategies, every goal is within reach. And remember, it's not just about reaching the peak of the mountain, it's about enjoying the climb, learning from the journey, and emerging stronger and wiser. So, set your goals, break them down, track your progress, adjust when needed, and never stop celebrating your victories. Here's to achieving all our goals, one step at a time. As we draw to a close, let's recap the key points discussed. If there's one takeaway from our discussion, it's that goal setting is not just a professional tool, but a life skill. It's about charting your course in the vast ocean of possibilities, helping you navigate through life's myriad challenges with a sense of purpose and direction. We started off by defining what goals are and how they differ from mere aspirations. Goals are concrete targets we strive for, providing us with motivation, focus, and a sense of personal satisfaction. They help us to crystallize our vision, transforming abstract dreams into tangible realities. We then delved into the different types of goals, discussing the nuances between short-term and long-term goals, as well as personal and professional ones. We also introduced the SMART criteria, a valuable tool for setting effective and achievable goals. Remember, a goal well set is half achieved. Inevitably, we may find ourselves dealing with conflicting goals. This is where prioritization and effective time management come in. We explored strategies to handle such conflicts, emphasizing the importance of aligning our goals with our core values and larger life objectives. Next, we talked about the significance of setting deadlines for our goals. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, propelling us forward in our pursuit. Yet it's equally important to allow for flexibility and to avoid overwhelming ourselves with unrealistic expectations. Lastly, we discussed strategies for achieving our goals. Breaking down larger goals into manageable tasks, tracking our progress, and adjusting our goals based on changing circumstances are all part of this dynamic process. And now, it's over to you. It's time to channel this knowledge into action. Set meaningful goals that resonate with who you are and where you want to be. Remember, the journey towards achieving your goals is as important, if not more so, than the destination itself. It's in this journey that we grow, learn, and evolve. We encourage you to share your goals with us, fostering a community of mutual support and encouragement. After all, we're all in this together, navigating our unique paths, yet united in our quest for personal and professional growth. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more enlightening discussions. Remember, the magic happens when we dare to dream, set clear goals, and take committed action towards achieving them. Here's to your success in mastering the art of goal setting.